Welcome to the rest of this moment. You must like it here, don't you? You're so cute when you struggle. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've enjoyed it. And this place is so perfect for us, isn't it? The feeling of nostalgia, like you've been here before, but you definitely never have you? Oh, don't be that way. You like being restrained and tied up with your time, right? It was a metaphor on the other... Never mind. Of course. Perhaps even more important than that, I need to get your opinion on something far more crucial. What am I going to do with the rest of our time? You see, I planned this grandiose entrance and an understanding of what might come next, but I never planned anything else. Maybe I'll choke you. Maybe I'll make you listen to a story. Or maybe I'll serve you something nice. Like revenge? Haven't done anything worth that, right? But sometimes I forget how you're supposed to treat someone. It seems like I've drooled on it again. On you, I mean. You're not in it, right? Well, what shall I call you? Ah, yes. Nicknames are something that people who are close always do, isn't it? Oh, yes. There's been so many times I've imagined this scenario, this very same thing. But now I wonder what you're thinking about, because it doesn't seem to be me, is it? Why don't you think about me instead? I'll get lonely if you just keep thinking about others like this. I'm not crazy or anything. Just a little unique, you know. There's a lot of things that I do that nobody else does, that I like to pride myself on being the best at. Of course, you could say a few things. It's just, when I get dislodged or I don't know what's happening, I tend to get a little bit needy with how I am physically. So, are you going to hold my hand or what? Good. Following orders, so you're not completely helpless. You get a passing mark, a C+ for now. Don't go getting too upset with it. If you were, you'd hurt my feelings, 'cause you haven't been perfect and neither have I. So, you're wondering the why, the when, and the where, right? Probably the how, too. I wonder if you'll learn that or not. I wonder if it's your place to know, or if it's my place to teach you. I wonder a lot of things. But right now, I'm wondering why the colors of your eyes are that. I'm wondering why you're looking at me with that kind of expression, or what it actually means. You're fun. I like that. But what comes next? You might like it, or you might not like it. I wonder which it's going to be. Do you know? Once upon a time, there was a story of someone who got lost in the darkness and they never returned. It was so pitch black that everything you'd see, even in front of your face, was completely and utterly dark. Kind of like this. Don't get too scared. I can just turn the lights back on here. I can do a lot of things. You'll find out that being, well, obedient or obstinate to a certain extent will earn you something. The question is which one you want to earn and which one you are. There you are. Not a bad first impression, I'd say. Even if it was just a C+, you've been doing good for yourself, haven't you? Sorry, it's just your expression is so entertaining after not seeing someone for Well, I guess it's kind of arbitrary to count years, isn't it? You can count the scritches on the wall, and you could scritch my back while you're at it, nya nya. What's the matter? You seem like you're all flustered whenever I get super close to you, but you're gonna have to get used to that, 'cause, well, there's only so much space here, and if I wanted there to be less, there could be. I can make just enough space that we could cuddle together. Even then, it might just be too easy for you, right? You're so cute like this. It's just, I don't like to break my new toys, and you seem like you're about to break already. Should I be more gentle with you? That is the question, isn't it? If I was too gentle with you, you might think that I'm just a bit weak. You might think that I'm a pushover too. And that wouldn't be good for either of us. Because you'll learn a lot of things about me here. But one of them is that I'm only a pushover when I want to be. And if I wanted to be something else, I'd be something else. What do you want me to be? Really? You're pretty cute like this, aren't you? Always getting ahead of yourself, not thinking about consequences. But then again, consequences are half the fun, aren't they? But even then, you have to be very, 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 very confident, don't you? Oh, don't worry about that. You don't need to worry about a thing, actually. Because now all your worries are mine, and all your belongings, and all of your thoughts and feelings, and everything will be mine eventually. You'll get used to it. Trust me, I got used to it. I wasn't always all mine. Well, just between you and me, there was always something in the way of it, something that held me back. It was like another self in a faraway place, in a faraway time that I can't even remember because I don't know why I'm telling you this. But even if you put aside all of that, even if you put aside every little thing that comprises the person in front of you, there's only so much there, you know. I lost my mind a long time ago, and I lost my will to stop and my will to do much of anything. But then I saw a light. I saw a light that just might happen to be interesting. And when I tugged on that light, it didn't break, it just came here. And I thought, isn't it nicer not to break your toys? Isn't it nicer to have something that you can keep for a long time? That's where we are right now. That's where I wanted it to be. I wonder what you're thinking with that kind of expression, almost like you're thinking of running. Oh, I'm not the monster under your bed, I'm the monster in the recesses of your mind. And something tells me I wouldn't be here for no reason. Now, what do you think that reason is? What do you think, What's that reason? You're so cute when you don't know what to say, but at the same time, I just want to tease you. I can't be too demanding, can I? If I am, then, well, you'll get scared away, and you'll just run into the infinite abyss and end up there, stuck like all the rest. That would be boring. You don't want that, do you? Then kiss me. You can do that much, can't you? You can kiss little old me, right? Just gonna go along with it, or put up some kind of resistance? Even though it's just a request, you're acting like your life is on the line. Silly you. I'm not gonna do anything with your life. Your life is your own. But I might just have to make some tweaks here and there. I might just have to make every little detail so much more interesting and vibrant. I want to make you feel alive. I want to feel alive too. It's been so long. It's been so long since I felt alive. Since I felt like I was something instead of nothing. Since I felt like I was doing something with my time. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. There. Oh, but then again, it's true. I've spent so much time, and they say no time is wasted, but every second feels like something else. It feels like these four walls are everything, and I hate it. I do. I hate being cooped up here. I hate a lot of things, but I love a lot more things, so you don't need to worry about it, so why don't you just relax for now? Here, see that? It's a nice comfy chair for you. Don't mind the spikes. Actually, you won't have to mind the spikes, because actually when you sit on them, it's a physics thing where it doesn't hurt you. Long story short, it just looks cool and rad. You understand. It's all the rage these days. Just make sure that you put your body weight equally distributed, or else you might get a prick, or maybe just a little bit of blood might spill, and then I'd have to lick it all up for you. Well, I mean, you wouldn't mind, right? Oh wait, sorry, that's not how you're supposed to treat guests, is it? Even though everything is falling apart right before my eyes. You're not reacting, huh? Are you just going to stand there? Or is all of this part of your plan to manipulate me, I wonder, huh? What are you getting at? And where do you want to go, huh? What do you want to do? Where do you want to think? What do you want to feel? Who are you? All right, I should have asked your name by now, shouldn't I? If I didn't ask your name, then I should have... Damn it. Not again. I'm doing things out of order. You'll have to pardon me. This happens every now and then. I caught myself that time. You don't need to worry. If it looked like I was laughing or crying, it was just an optical illusion. We'll call it that. Sounds good? I thought so too. Okay. Now, what do we do for the rest of eternity? You seem to have landed yourself here based upon that questionnaire you filled out for your very first job, or was it the test answers from yesterday? Maybe it was the answer you gave to your mom, or no, it was when you were talking to your dog and you told... No, it was a secret, something about a goldfish. I don't really understand, but the point is you don't have to worry about it now since you're here. It's already too late. You can take some comfort in that fact. You see, once it's already too late, you don't need to worry about the details. You just go and do and think and feel. Oh, God. This is a comment on, and it was intentional despite my confusion. Don't let it fool you. Can't be trusting this entity because every single time you think you know me, you'll find out something new and exciting, and you'll lose yourself in that moment, you know? It'll just be one cascading domino effect of sorts. And by that point, you won't care anymore. You'll be just like me. Oh, don't worry about it. My charisma can rub off on you too. You don't need to get self-conscious. In fact, if I'm sitting on the walls right now, it's only because I'm having so much fun. Sorry. You see, sometimes I get ahead of myself, you see? It's just a habit. You look a little unnerved when I touch that cute cheek of yours and I smush them together just like this. You're so adorable. Oh, but then again, what am I gonna do past that? I could think of a million different things I want to do with you. It's just, well, I don't want you to have to feel half those things unless you want to. You know what they say. If you want something from someone, you should ask nicely, right? So, what if I say I want your body? I want your soul, I want your time, I want your words, I want your thoughts, I want your feelings, and I want whatever's in your hand. Your phone? Oh, so this is the phone thing. I've had one myself, just it was a long, long time ago. And before that, there wasn't really anything. So if you want to give me a call, I'll always be there. It's just sometimes I get so antsy. There's so many times I could spend my day just doing this or that, but why would I do that when there's someone so interesting right in front of me? And you came here of your own free will, yes you did, even if you don't know it yet. You see, time, and time again, there's a lot of different things you'll learn, and me, well, I don't exactly have a name, but I am your perception of time, so to speak. More or less, all you need to take from this little lesson is, I've got all the time in the world. No, we've got all the time in the world, you and I. And we're going to go on an adventure. One that's going to be oh so fun. What do you think? Sounding like a nice deal? Or are you terrified beyond belief? I wonder which one it is. Oh, don't worry about that. You know, the whole flipping in and out thing, the changing pace and changing thoughts, changing underwear. You have to do all those things, you know? Sometimes you have to change this, sometimes you have to change that. The only thing that should remain the same is you. You. Because if you don't remain the same, then you might lose yourself, and that would be difficult for me. You see, I don't like when things I care about disappear or run out of time or... What am I kidding? You should just go home. Otherwise, you're going to get bored here. We might have all the time and power in the world, but that doesn't change the fact that that's written all over your face, that pesky fear. Every time. You just couldn't handle me, could you? Then again, you're still listening to me, aren't you? You're still intently looking at me with that hint of fear, that tinge of curiosity. What do you want, I wonder? What do you think is tomorrow, the next day? Maybe in 1,000 days? 1,000,000? 1,000,000,000? 1,000,000,000,000? They all are arbitrary, aren't they? What a lame power. You think I'm totally lame right now, don't you? It's okay, you could be honest. Just expect an honest response from me, too. Oh, if I unintentionally choke you, it's not intentional or anything, it's just a reflex decision at the spur of the moment, and I do have a habit of, well, a few violent acts here or there, but you don't mind that, do you? Do you? Aw, don't be that way. It's not like it's gonna hurt for very long. Plus, if anything happens, we just create a few paradoxes and move on. Ah, yes. This is the energy I've always wanted. The energy of someone who just doesn't care anymore. That's you, right? You don't care anymore at all. You've given up just like me? No, I'm kidding. You have a lot of life and future in your eyes. I just don't know where it's going. Because if I spoiled it, then it would be a big, long story, and it would spoil all that fun you're gonna have when you don't know what comes next. Do I know everything? It's like asking if I'm sane or not, and probably not. Unless I am, in which case maybe I do know everything about you. Maybe I just don't want to tell you yet, or maybe I'm bluffing to try and get your trust so that you stay here, and I'm just a big scary demon who's gonna eat your soul. Yes, I am. Which is it gonna be, huh? Which is gonna be? Do you trust me? Do you trust me? Do you trust me? Do you trust me? I'm just kidding. If I was something big and scary, I would have eaten you already, wouldn't I? Eaten you, tortured your soul, dragged you down to hell. If there is a hell, that is. Psst. Spoiler alert, there's not. It's the only spoiler I'll give you, but you don't have to worry about the big lake of flame. Because reasons. Reasons that you don't need to know, and right now is only relevant because me and you are talking. Now, what were you saying? Slowly now. You shouldn't rush everything all at once. Do you prefer this? Perhaps you do. Maybe I should take you a little more serious. But then again, seriousness always blows up into something that nobody wants. That conflict and that... You probably don't understand a word of what I'm saying. It's fine. Your confusion is kind of cute, you know. You smell nice. But why? I wonder, are you going to stay or go? That door right there, it's open. The only question is if you walk through it or stay here with me. Just ignore those chains keeping you to me and preventing you from leaving or anything. Giving you mixed messages, right? Well, they're a bit of a specialty of mine. If I didn't give such mixed messages, would I really have anything to do with my time? I'd be alone and bored again. But if you insist on leaving, then how about I let you solve a riddle? If you solve the riddle, you can leave, and if not, then maybe I'll never open the door again and keep you as my own personal little pet. Both are win-win, don't you think? It's all win-win. Every little detail is going to be a win-win because you can't lose here. Because every little detail. Everything, what is it? The devil's in the details. That's what they say. And right now, I just think, why not? You can't come up with a good reason not to. You hated the life you were in before, so why don't we at least make it have a chance of being better? This life, new life with me, you'll never run out of time. You see, this is what we've been waiting for. I think. Maybe. Yes, no? Okay, but this is what you don't understand, is that in the future or the past somewhere, you probably already accepted this deal, and then that just means that you're just making the choice again. Which branch will you choose? Yes or no? Everyone is going to create a paradox just for you, and something that you can remember like a nice little trinket. One you'll never be able to let go of because it will define the rest of your life, sort of like a permanent record. I guess it's just the most important test of your life, no big deal, so no pressure. Did you like that? I wonder. You just can't make a decision for yourself, so don't blame me if I make a slight decision for you. You look like you wanted a kiss. Was it not true? Maybe you wanted something more exciting. You'll have to forgive me, but this isn't the first time. See? It just happened again. Exactly the same. I could do this all day. Your expression changes each time and it makes it more interesting every single one. So I think you should wake up and smell the future, because right now is the present and you'll never get back this moment. I stole it away from you, just like I stole those lips in 7,268,666,992 different realities. Paradoxes. We can break time and you could be with me forever if you want. So, you want to go on a date? A date with something that you might just call destiny. It's not my name or anything. Just fits the tone of things. Besides, you seem to be attracted to me. Even if it's just a little bit. So, you going to love me? Hate me? Resent me? Throw me away? Kill me? I wonder which one you'll choose this time. You've already chosen all of them. I don't think you could make a new one. Even if you tried. Maybe you're different. Well, have you ever heard of something, Something that makes you scared. I don't really have those. Why should I fear anything, I can just redo whatever I want, so... You'll need a name to call me by if you're gonna be my little pet, so... What do you think my name should be? I think we'll need a lovely one. Or a dangerous one. Or maybe a name in between a few other names. It doesn't matter. Whatever you call me, it's going to end up the same. Just a little spoiler alert. Wait, didn't I say I wasn't going to tell you one? Well, I guess you'll have to take that as a freebie, huh? You're so hopeless without me, right? Maybe not. Maybe in your world, but here, it's a different time entirely. And you might want some of my help to get through it. If you really want to get back to your boring old life in that boring old world, then maybe you can go back, but I don't really think I'm feeling that generous of letting you go like that, so chances are I won't let you go when we actually get there, so it's kind of pointless, So you might as well stay in my arms and do whatever I want you to. Sounds like more fun, doesn't it? You could do better than that. If you're going to struggle, struggle hard. And if you're going to kiss me, might as well do that hard too. You're interesting. Very, very interesting. I'd like to do some studies on you, though I'm not sure we did much of anything in our short meeting time. Just a whole lot of blabbering, and you got an idea of what kind of person I am, and I got an idea of what kind of person you are. Interesting, but also quite scared by sound of it. not the best self-preservation skills, may be needing a little bit of help when it comes to basic things like taking care of yourself because you just don't seem like you get it sometimes. Even then, I know everything there is to know about you, but I still want to get to know you. So, how are we going to do that? I'm sure there's a way to get to know someone you already know, right? You just have to re-meet them. And we'll play a game where I pretend I don't know everything you're ever going to do. And you pretend that you love me. What, surprised? Well, you shouldn't be. After all, I mean, nobody ever has anything good to say about me. So, of course, big surprise, right? And I'm looking for love, It's only half true, though. I'm looking for a bunch of things. A bunch of things that nobody seems to understand. I wish a lot of things. Sometimes I don't want to know what I know. Sometimes I want a distraction from what I know is absolutely going to happen. Watch out, by the way. No, for me. You should be careful, though. What's that? Oh, really? You've got an interesting take on this one. But still, you're hopeless. That hopelessness just kind of drives you wild, doesn't it? But even then, you're still better than most people. Well, if that's the case, then I'll be your hopelessness. Or maybe I'll be that lighting star of hope, or something inspirational. What do you think I should be? What am I? Who am I? Where are we? What are we? I wish I knew. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Thus is to be and not to be. Shakespeare was wrong. It was never both. Never one or the other. They intertwined like strings, tied end on end around the world itself like a sweater. And even then... It's just so pathetic, isn't it? All of this, every last bit, is just an excuse. You must have known that from the very, very start. I was using you as an ends to a means. But that doesn't mean that I'm not caring for you or something. I mean, why would it mean something so drastic anyways? Who's to say? I'm not something that's going to enrich your life instead of taking it away. You don't know me well enough for that. But maybe you'll know me eventually. What do you think? Huh?